Hello everyone and welcome back to Abstract Medicine. My name is Cristallina Fischetti. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the summer. I also am sending my heartfelt prayers to many of us Europeans, Mediterraneans who are suffering from fires at this time, whether orchestrated or not. It causes havoc and devastation to animals, communities, and livelihoods, so I'm sending my extended heartfelt condolences. So today we're going to be having a look at your current situation and any challenges that you may have, and letting the guides tell us when will it end. Before we begin, I'd like to say thank you so much for your continued private bookings, your shamanic healing sessions as well. It's been an absolute joy healing your energies, not just recently but also the last few years as well as ongoing clients. I really appreciate it. Make sure that you use your code as well to get that discount, and thank you so much for those of you who joined Sketchbook Club, which was just last Sunday. At the end of each month I have Sketchbook Club, and last but not least I now have a release of original works on paper that are framed, optional, in a antique gold gilt effect frame. They're absolutely beautiful and they're part of my series that's now been complete called La Divina Commedia, so make sure to check it out. I will try to make sure to remind myself to add a link of my website page, which is going to be in the description below. So with that being said, thank you so much for listening in. Let's have a look at your current situation and when will it end. Okay, this is going to be a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The Hermit. The Emperor and the World. So interesting, isn't it? Because we're talking about your situation and when will it end, when will it complete itself, whether it's a challenge or not. We have the World card here. I see a lot of you, this is about a concern or challenge that you may have, an obstacle that you may have when it comes to your money, your resources, your income, your finances, your job, your business, your job role. And I do see that right now your guides are telling you to go inwards. Your guides are telling you to go inwards in reflection mode, to dream inwards, I'm hearing, to be quiet, go slow and just await and see what evolves. This is not a time to be active, actually. I know it's kind of contradictory, but I think that this is part of your manifestation. So I see that some of you have been manifesting something quite grand here. I know that we are using Frida Design's Major Arcana deck, and it's just the Major Arcana indicating a massive shift, but I do see that this is a subject matter involving something big when it comes to, I would say, a major award or major income coming in, a big salary packet, a massive job role coming in after a completion of a job role or an end of a project, and therefore accepting and receiving that massive paycheck. This could also be making it big online as well. It almost feels like Spirit just wants me to focus on this energy here, but I will say that your rewards and your ending of a difficult cycle is at hand. It's happening right now. You may not necessarily feel it right now because you're currently in chase mode. You're currently chasing, and I see that this is part of your dreams, your wishes and your manifestation, but part of your manifestation, as you know by now through these public readings on the YouTube channel, but also in your private sessions with me, part of the methodology of manifestation is to wish, to declare, to take action, and then to let go. And this is a perfect time now that, the time of this reading is the full moon. I can't remember which zodiac it's in, but it doesn't really matter because full moons are actually about completion, and full moon cycles are about reflection mode and letting go of things. You might be feeling quite full of emotion at this time as well, but actually doing less is effectively doing more at this time. So Spirit's saying to let go, do less at this time, and actually take a moment of rest, I would say. I think some of you have been working really hard, me myself included, so there's no shade here, definitely no judgment here either. So this is a time to really go inwards and rest and reflect. Okay, let's have a look at the... Do I want to use these cards? Let's have a look at these cards here. This is called the Heart and Hand Tarot. So what's happening when it comes to your situation right now? Please, Spirit, Angels, Ancestors, Guides, thank you so much for delivering the messages really clearly so that the messages come in the way that they should. So we have the Ace of Cups. Wow. So we're talking about heart and hands, and this is a message about a new beginning when it comes to new inspiration. This could also be a new love, or feeling a resurgence of love within your relationship, your connection. If you're single, this could be a feeling of like real gratitude and love and appreciation for self, and what you've achieved. You know, part of, again, one of the other methodologies or other tips for manifestation is being in gratitude, so being grateful for what you already have. So this is a wonderful time during this full moon to, if you don't feel like writing it down, to just make a list internally and say, thank you so much for the home that I live in, thank you so much for my room, thank you so much for my books, thank you so much for my friends, thank you so much for the food that I'm able to buy and purchase that is clean, thank you so much for the water that is clean that I'm drinking, thank you so much for, you know, my community, like things like that. And so the more that you're grateful for, the more things that you will become grateful of in the near future. So I would say this is a time of journaling. With the Hermit energy here, this is the energy of Virgo, so the energy of organisation as well. So fun fact, I just bought a load of new books, and of course they're very me. They're all art books, art history, research books, and history books, as well as you know, feminine health books, self-help. There's like a sci-fi book in there as well. The Da Vinci Code's in there, and I can't remember what else there is. I just bought a load of books basically. Some guidebooks as well for Italy. So this could be about really implementing your Virgo energy, for those of you who have Virgo in your chart, or even Mercury in your chart, which is about organising, about compartmentalising. Maybe this is about writing a list. I actually just heard writing a list and checking it twice, so that's the energy of Santa Claus. So this could be, maybe right now you're organising, you know, you're planning, you're making projects for the year ahead, or rather the next 5 months, particularly around Christmas time or just before Christmas. So for example, like myself, as an artist, we get to be organised the next 6 to 8 months of our year when it comes to shows, promotion, you know, PR and making of the work, allowing the work to dry, photographing the work. I mean, these are all things that are part of the artist's life. So this could be about rearranging your program on your calendar, in your diary, in your agenda. And what is the main agenda? What is the main priority at this time? That's what Spirit wants you to really look at this time. You know, what is your main focus that you get to really prioritize? Because you can't really prioritize everything all at the same time. Now, if it means that you need to implement a tool like an AI tool used ethically in the best ethical way that you can, then maybe it's about implementing an organizational tool that involves the digital sphere. So again, I'm just using me as an example. I catalogue my work on my computer, and then I'm able to put it through a system of organisation where it's in folders, and then I have a digital as well as an analogue copy of that. So I do see that something to do with organisation. For me, today I'm going to be organising those books in my library. For those of you who join Sketchbook Club, it's quite funny because whenever I'm like, oh, I've got a reference for you, I've got some homework for you, I'll just get up from the chair and you'll see me picking a book for you, taking it out, and then showing you examples of what I mean. So especially now in this time where, you know, allegedly there are AI companies that are cutting the spine of books, scanning the books, and then throwing away the books. I've been saying this for quite a long time, that it's really important that you read as much as you can. That's kind of a reason why I had book club last year. I may bring it back again soon. Let me know down in the comments if you want book club to come back. But the other thing is to, you know, really invest in books that you know are going to be banned soon. You know, history does repeat itself, unfortunately. Now we have the Strength card and we have the Hierophant. So yeah, I do see again this is another message about not acting at this time, not taking action towards something. This is more a time of going inwards and reflection. As I say this, it's kind of gross, but I see that there's a bug trapped outside my window, and there was a tiny spider that went to try and go get it, but I think it may have been too small. But this bug is trapped in the spider web outside. I kind of want to intervene, but I'm also gonna have to let nature do its thing. So I'm hoping that the bug will be able to escape from the spider web's trenches. But I see here that this is the energy of not acting, not going into attack mode. When I say attack mode, it's about you know, going into the masculine energy that we all have, which is like go, 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 work, 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 action orientated, mainly orientated tasks. This is about silence. This is about being quiet. This is about being graceful at this time. Leo energy here strongly. I also want to make a note here that we have 111 as well. So your sign that this is a message for you is that you're seeing 111 at this time, and that your situation that you are negatively impacted by at this time, or you're kind of going through a bit of a challenge and you're wanting to know when this situation will end, this is your sign that this is a reading for you, specifically for you, even though this is a collective message. So we have the Hierophant. Now I do see that this is also a time to really be serious about your, I would say, your career goals. This is also a time to be serious about your priorities and how you dedicate your priorities. So this is about seeing that your work involves a level of devotion, you know, your work involves a level of religiosity to it. So, you know, this is a time when you can write in your journal or in your reflection mode at this time, especially around this full moon, to really take stock and like see, okay, how serious and how dedicated are you to this main goal being achieved? Because Spirit needs to see that. Spirit needs to experience, to sense, to feel that from you, that you feel, that you are, that you think, and that you essentially belong in those kind of institutions, that you belong in those kind of rooms, that you deserve the things that you so wish to acquire, that you deserve the things that you so wish to achieve. And they are big goals, I can see that. But Spirit wants you to take stock right now, to stop, pause, take a second and reflect on, okay, am I actually doing, have I actually done, let me take stock, have I actually done everything that I could do in order to make this dream come true? Now, it's not enough to just think linearly. It's about, okay, maybe this involves your network, this maybe involves your persona, you know, maybe your branding, maybe this involves a possible rebrand that is necessary at this time. In any case, I think that what you're doing when you're in this reflection mode and you're organizing, you're getting things ready, you're doing everything that it takes, first of all starting with the heart, then the mind. I do see that you're really going to enjoy the next chapter. Part of magic is believing, and I think that in the Western world, belief is just connected only to Disney films and folkloric stories. Belief is part of our human mythology in itself. So I would say, if anything, messages from Spirit is believe and you will achieve. Okay? Believe and you will achieve. So let's have a look now with the Emperor and the World card. So what's going to come in for you after you have understood with awareness, with love, appreciation, organization, reflection, is that you believe that you will achieve your goals. You know that you're deserving of your dreams coming true because you work very diligently. You're very organized. You know when there's a time to act. You also know when there's a time to meditate, a time to pause. You know when there's a time to be outspoken and to be out there and promoting your tools, your project, your business in the best way that you can, that you're very performative about it. Because let's face it, in every single job role, there's a level of performance, especially if you have to wear a uniform. And then, of course, those goals will be achieved. And I do see for a lot of you, it involves your career, your job, your business, your life purpose as well. Aries energy here. Let's have a look at the Emperor here. Tell me about the Emperor. The Devil and the Queen of Pentacles. Let me just get one more card. Okay, for a lot of you, the Tower card is here. For a lot of you, you are energetically releasing cords from somebody who was obsessive over you and kept you trapped energetically towards your financial goals, particularly, or rather towards your home comforts, your ease, your way of being that is stable, that your environment is stable. This is someone who you have had to cut ties with in a very dramatic way. I do see that, and I see that with the energy of you know, the Tower here being Scorpio, I see that there's a message of, and Pluto, there's a message of deep trauma, deep wounds when it comes to possibly your sexuality, as well as maybe issues when it comes to physical intimacy with regard to this person from your past. And I do see that there's a message here when it comes to your career that involves you kind of being obsessed with it. You know, I've said this before, I think many times before, about part of the recipe of being successful is being obsessed with your industry. And I don't want to say this as a negative, this is actually a positive, so that's great. You know, like for example, like today I bought a load of books regarding research, regarding you know, art history, regarding history itself, when it comes to, you know, Great Britain, but also to Italy, the Renaissance period, these great resets in culture. And it doesn't matter how you experience your day, it's more about how you use your day to become better, to become more self-improved when it comes to what you love, what you're passionate about. And for some of you, this may be the same thing that you do as a job. It's to be really well informed, to be more than a master of your craft, essentially. So that's the message there. Okay, let's get some more cards. I see that the next chapter of your career, your job, involves you being a master builder, being someone who is very secure in your connections. This is also a chapter that you're going to come into which involves you networking, and a lot of your friends are people who also work in the same sector as you as well. I do see that there's a cause for celebration coming in soon as well. And you know, some of you may have been, or you may be, okay, so this is a pre-warning, you may be let go of in your work. So this is something that you probably are expecting. So you're probably expecting around October time, you've been hearing some sort of news about people, you know, that could be let go of, like a redundancy package or something. This is something you are already aware of. This isn't something new. And I do see that some of you, you've been trying to balance out your income and your resources, your, with the Two of Coins here, your savings, or maybe it's been very difficult to save. We have the Four of Swords here, which is telling me again, this is an energy right now, this is a time right now to be in rest mode, recovery mode, reflection mode. Maybe you've already experienced this before, you know, or recently you've experienced a redundancy package or some sort of shocking event when it comes to your drastic or dramatic income that has been slashed in a big way that's really affected your life. But I do see here that even though there has been heartbreak recently of any kind, take it as it resonates to your situation, I do see that there's going to be happier times here. There's going to be a sense of community. I see that the next chapter of your career, your life, involving your friends, your family, your colleagues even, you could be partnering up with all of these people. And I see that there's a real sense of aligned partnership, aligned community, aligned soulmates here. Beautiful energy. Now let's have a look at the World card. Let's see the World card real quick. Okay, so when will this situation end? We'll have a look in the next deck coming through. The World. The situation will end when you're having a cup of coffee. When you're having, look, she's journaling as well. The situation will end when you let Spirit, your guides, God do the rest. When you surrender. This is a level of trust in the universe that you get to be a part of and collaborate in. The situation will end when you're having a cup of coffee, having your breakfast or tea, you're taking downtime, making notes, journaling, maybe you're doing some homework from Sketchbook Club, and yeah, so it's a time when you're in reflection mode, and then I got a notification on my phone, or I got an email coming in. That's when the message will come in and say, hey, we'd like to offer you this great opportunity, or hey, we'd like to offer you this contract, or hey, we'd like to, let's get into it. The Lovers. Yeah, you're going to be offered collective, an opportunity. Let me put this here because we're done with this message. Put it here. You're going to be offered an opportunity involving a partnership with someone who would like to work with you. That's what I'm seeing. And I see here that this is an opportunity that's going to be very aligned. We have the Lovers. I feel like in your past you were working with people that were not equal matches. They were not aligned. They were toxic. Maybe this is a toxic environment also at work coming in very, very strongly. We've got some big cards here related to Scorpio, some deep lessons, deep wounds that you were dealing with. You've become a stronger person and you are still recovering from that event. I do see that there's a new institution as well that you could be involved in. So this is about an opportunity that you could be, you know, getting from an employer, or maybe even an employee, or a potential work partnership endeavor that involves working within a new institution or new brand, depending on what you do, because some of you are teachers, some of you are artists, some of you are chefs, some of you work in psychology, some of you are wanting to work more, you know, like self-employed. And I see here that this is an energy where you're going to be working with a team, or even at least one person who's going to offer you this contract. I feel strongly a contract when you least expect it, when you're having a cup of coffee. I mean, this could be imminent, you know, to be honest. This could be, I don't see it happening, you know, in a very long time. I think it's going to be happening very soon. With the World card coming in very strong, I see that's going to happen very soon, you know. This could also be happening when you're on holiday. Yeah, I mean, we have the Ace of Swords. I talk about contracts, legal papers, clear communication, clarity comes through. This could also be a euphoric state that you could be in on account of this wake up call. This could even be a psychic hit that you get. It's like, oh, I know that my situation is going to be clear. I don't know how, but I just know, because that's spirit giving you the signal before it's made manifest physically. Stars are aligned here. You know, I do see that there is clarity coming in very, very soon for a lot of you. It's almost like there's been some sort of haze, purple haze, even a bubble, and there's going to be clarity coming through that's going to really help your situation. It's almost like you've been cut, you know, your hand's been cut, and someone offers you a plaster. In American you say band-aid. So someone offers you help, someone offers you aid, someone offers you a helping hand, not as a charitable cause, but as what I'm actually seeing is a hand. Psychically, I'm seeing a hand that is being sent out to you, and you're sat down almost like with your head in your hands, and spirit is the hand pulling you up and asking you to be helped, and to stand up. So I do see that right now you are strengthening your power, you're strengthening your inner power. You're also doing things gracefully and not in a way that you're chasing, particularly for those of you who are women. And I see that you are, yeah, you're going to be getting clarity very soon. We have the Six of Wands. I mean, this is a beautiful message of prosperity. This is a beautiful message of, you know, acknowledgement and rewards and success, and very positive card to have at the end of a situation that's been very challenging. I see that, you know, it's funny because my voice is starting to break now. I think that some of you have been quite emotional. You've been holding this pain or this struggle in for a long time. And I see that Spirit says, not long now, just give me a few seconds, give me a few moments to organise this situation so that I can help release your load from your back, your burdens. Yeah, and we have the Prince of Pentacles. So expect a message, and you know, we have this man with a suitcase here. I mean, it's very apparent that this is involving your business. This is a business person. This involves your career, your job. A lot of you, I just felt instinctively that this involves your career. With the Prince of Pentacles, the coin here of the Pentacle is a very blessed symbol. It's a symbol of protection. It's a symbol of the 5 elements, and it's a symbol of a wish that you've sent out to the universe is actually going to be materialized in the physical. So yeah, this is a message. you'll be expecting coming in very, very soon. Beautiful energy. Yeah, so receive it. Effectively receive it. Let's see what else. Yeah, we have the Magician here. You know, it goes to say that Spirit acknowledges that you are incredibly magical. You are manifesting at this time. And again, part of the manifestation tool, especially to get this pentacle, is to invoke Spirit. It's Spirit in physical. The coin, the pentacle, is Spirit in physical form. But it's to invoke all of the elements, to believe, to know when there's a time to act, and know when there's a time to pause and meditate. Right now you are in a time of pause and meditation. I do see Mercury energy coming in very strong for a lot of you. You would benefit from, you know, writing down, reflecting, not for anything, not for wanting, just reviewing, just writing down, just journaling, sketching, drawing. I do see that at this time. Oh, communicating, speaking to the universe. We have the Knight of Wands here. It's going to happen very soon. Your challenges are going to be over very, very soon. I would say imminently, this summer. Very soon, very soon. Spirit keeps saying very soon. This is fast motion coming in. Can we get a more accurate reading, Spirit? Like, when is this challenge ending? Please. Yeah, I mean, it goes to say that here's the challenge. Here's the 5 of coins, where you've been, you know, losing money, if anything. You've been losing sleep as well with the 8 of swords there. You know, you're making yourself sick through worry. So again, this is a time of reflection and rest. It's funny, my mum actually yesterday, we're on the phone and she was like, okay, but you take a time to rest. I was like, no, but this was yesterday. And now today I can actually finally like take it slow, because I had to get some things in order, you know, get some emails scheduled for the next day. So yeah, it's giving me that energy. Your wishes are coming true, my loves. We have the Star card, and I also feel like, because there's a moon here, Pisces energy, Cancer energy too, for some Scorpio, I do see that it's going to happen within the next 24 hours. I feel that confidently. This challenge will end within the next 24 hours. Remember that the people that you are with, and I will just reiterate this, I've said this in previous readings, is the people that you are with, the people that you are in a relationship with, romantically speaking, the people who are your friends, people that you work with, your home environment, the town, the city, especially also through your astrocartography, the people who you are with have a direct effect on your finances. Don't ever believe that the people that you surround yourself with don't have a direct effect on your status and your finances, because it does. The other thing is because we're talking about things of a physical nature, it goes to say, most obviously, to really ground your energy in nature, you know, to really spend some time looking at the trees, being with the trees, being in nature, being by the sea, earthing your energy as much as possible, you know, purchasing plants, you know, saving a plant from being thrown away, planting seeds. Like, these are all really beautiful things. They're earth magic implementations. We've got Aquarius here. I haven't really said all the signs, but it doesn't matter. This is also a time to assert your boundaries as well, and to continue to pursue, like, essentially dead on your focus intention. All right, one last message. I really did feel there was going to be an 8 of Wands coming through, and we had the 6 of Wands here. But yeah, it's going to come in really quickly. 8 of Wands is very fast motion. This is like within the next 8 hours. You know, this is very fast motion. I also see 33 as well. So 333 and 33 as well as 111 could be very significant. Expect news. You know, I just want to show you close up here with the eagle, delivering news on a scroll that, you know, unexpectedly to this person. It's giving that energy. So you're, when you least expect it, you will receive very positive news when it comes to you and your situation that's been very challenging ending, so expect it within 8 hours. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles here, and you're going to be back in charge. Queen of Pentacles over here that may have been previously in a very toxic environment or situation is being released and being brought back into the light as someone again who is you know, experiencing a luxury lifestyle and able to buy and purchase whatever they wish for. They're not wanting, this is your energy, this is the energy of home, investments, and you know, big money coming in. So please do claim it down in the comments. It's been really beautiful reading this energy for you, and I really do, I would love to hear what you receive after this email, or after this email that you get. There you go, after this email that you get. But right now, study, read, take note, reflect, rest, meditate, do what you need to do to center your energies and welcome the space in. Open the space, clear the space during this full moon as well for this wonderful news to come in, for this wonderful abundant life that you're going to be experiencing. I have been your guide, Cristallina Fischetti, today. Thank you so much. If you like a private reading, you know where to find me, and all the information is down below. Please do use your discount if you have one as well. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.